Soul Rising, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am your Chakra Priestess here to do a reading on Wendy Williams. Actually, an updated reading on Wendy Williams. Since there has been several reports about her well-being is at stake at the moment. So without further ado, please keep in mind all readings on my channel are for entertainment purposes only. Due to everything is not set in stone because of free will. However, we can take the message and apply it to the situation. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what is the overall energy of Miss Wendy Williams. We have the worthiness card coming out. And with this worthiness card, it is a solar plexus chakra card. I am seeing like low-key Aquarius energy because of the water bearer. Even though it's pouring tea, as in, you know, she has shown her worthiness and giving us tea on the latest gossip and stuff over the years, showing her worthiness of that. Or she has been able to show her worthiness in that. At the bottom of the deck, we have Alchemy with Queen Nefertiti at the bottom. So let's go ahead and see what that is talking about with the worthiness card. And she's experiencing some changes as well, possibly to help redefine her worthiness or get back to the presence of knowing your worth. So with this being a bush card, this is a earth element card as well. So with earth signs, they hold energy. So the guidance for her is to stop hiding, shrinking, and playing small. Stand tall like the majestic sycamore tree. You are mighty. Life does not need to be perfect for you to embrace your own perfection. The embodiment for her, she matters, or you matter. Worthiness is your veins. Accept yourself now. Your birth certificate says that we need our overflowing magic, joy, vulnerability, and most importantly, we need you. You are deserving and worthy. The beautiful parts of you that everyone likes are worth loving. The parts that you or others dislike are worth loving too. Your creator loves you unconditionally. And her declaration for this card is, I matter. Now, to further clarify this card of worthiness with Atet, we have bump on a log. So there's some bump on a log, some laziness around, loafing, inertia, false start, non-response, and disinterest. So she's experiencing some disinterest at the moment. And with this bear hugging a tree, maybe it's a need for her to get grounded with connecting with her ancestors, you know, getting grounded to connect with the higher power. However, at the bottom of the deck, we have it's blowing up a storm, a strong momentum. There is some strong momentum, sudden change, necessary shakeup, transformation, hope that will redefine her worthiness. Is almost like Stella getting her groove back type of thing. So with this number 55 here, with both, you know, 4 plus 1 equals 5, you know, 4 plus 1 up here, and 1 plus 4 here is equal 55. So I'm gonna read the angel number for 55 in that manner. So she must have experienced some some dramatic changes around the age of 55, possibly, because 55 does equal out to 10. 10 is the significance of completion and tarot, or the wheel of fortune, right? Things working to your favor, destiny, fate. And then, of course, with it being reduced down to the number one in a numerical standpoint, the number one represents new beginnings and self identity. So with the number 55, it is talking about things will look different. When you ask for what you want, your angels deliver, and that time is on its way. You're being told that your intentions are being taken seriously. Lie in meditation with your hands over your root chakra. And I just spoke about the root chakra because, you know, the trees, they are very rooted within the earthly connection. And this is the earth card, right? At the base of your spine, and repeat this chakra: I am ready for what is next. So she has to be get herself grounded and be ready for what is next, okay? Because right now things are blowing up a storm, okay? That's what's hidden, but she's like loafing around. She just, you know, cooling it for the most part. Now, let me see what else. Hidden blockages. What are some hidden blockages of Miss Wendy Williams? Hidden blockage of Wendy Williams is mental health. An ongoing level of sadness is making it difficult to get ahead. So she needs to be able to care for her mind. Mental health is a journey that is different for everyone, and there's no one-size-fits-all approach. And she needs to be kind to herself and keep her goals in sight and seek help if needed. Other than that, at the bottom of the deck, we have outdated ways. Traditional thinking or old ways of thinking or of doing business is no longer working, especially since technology is growing at warp speed. Also, how you are able to get money is not in the traditional standpoint anymore as well. So she needs to be able to modernize herself. She needs to upgrade herself, get her groove back. It's vital to keep in tune with the modern era to stay ahead of the curve, or else you'll risk being left behind as everything continues to change. So she needs to reevaluate her goals whenever she gets her mental stability whenever she gets her mental stability up to par. Should I do the hidden truths? Oh, let's do hidden truths. Oh, wait. Before I even do that, I gotta do the shadow. What is the shadow side that Wendy Williams needs to address or could address? 2 cards came out. We have drama shadow. Creates and attracts a lot of drama, chaotic life, unstable relationships. So she needs to not be afraid to burn. Don't be afraid to burn a few bridges in order to stop attracting drama. Stop creating your own storms. That's why it's blowing up a storm. Came out at the bottom. Otherwise, scapegoat shadow is another thing. It could be another thing. Blaming or punish for others' actions, victimize, sacrifice, or pushover. So she needs to learn to respect herself for more, so others stop taking advantage of her. Take a stand against those who are using you, Wendy, so you can be in this worthiness energy, okay? At the bottom of the deck for Ms. Wendy, we have fake shadow. False appearance, actions to please others, like a people pleaser. Superficial, copied, not genuine. But she will be rewarded when she chooses a life, or to live a life that reflects the truth instead of living a life that creates to please others. Couldn't have said it better myself, okay? Some hidden truths. What are some... Oh, wait. I'm not even supposed to do those yet. We gotta get what's the tea first before we get to the hidden truth. So what is the tea with Miss Wendy Williams? What is the tea? What is going on with Miss Wendy Williams? We got child neglect. with bad parenting, scared of or hates parents, etc. This could be with her and her parents as she experienced that in her childhood, or, you know, with her own child, okay? It could go either way it goes. Next, we have bankrupt. And last, we have photo proof getting evidence. Okay, so somebody is getting photo proof and evidence, possibly in regards to child neglect, with bankruptcy. And at the bottom of the deck, we have haunted memories, flashback, traumas, side effects. Okay, look, we have drama started behind that too. At the top, we have spiritual hater. Hates on, somebody is hating on her spirituality, her light magic, her power. Yeah. Ooh, wow. So let's find out some hidden truths about this. What are some hidden truths? We have contemplating, waiting game. It's a lot of waiting in her spread, as far as like overall energy wise. And hurting. She may be contemplating, because there is a waiting game. Time is ticking. Someone is hurting though. From the image of this, it looks like a male is hurting at the moment. It could be her ex-husband, it could be her child, it could be her brother, it could be anybody, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have avoidance. So it's possible that a male figure is avoiding, and determined. Someone is determined to get something. Where's the breakout card? Right here. So let's see what's between this breakout. This is my breakout card, y'all, okay? So in front of it, we have distractions. So there's some avoidance along with distractions in regards to the hustles. The hustle may be creating distractions or vice versa. And then what's on top of the card or behind it is immature. This card has been coming out very frequently, no matter how many times I shuffle the deck. This card has came out on Jay-Z's reading. Check that out. This card has came out in Jackie O's reading in regards to a male figure in her life. Check that out during your spare time. So, so there's a lot of male energy in regards to avoidance, distraction, some immature behavior, some determination, being determined, as well as hurting. Interesting. So yeah, that's what is coming out for this particular portion. So let's go ahead and, should I even do a chakra analysis on there? Because I already did one for her, but it was so long ago when I did her reading, so I guess we'll do it. Let's see, what I do my things. I just had them. Oh, here we go. Root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this worthiness card at the top. Now let's break it on down. What is going on? What is going on at the root for Wendy Williams? What could be the root cause for Wendy Williams? We have the Seven of Cups, so there's some Emotional, there's some emotional decisions that she'll have to make, or there's just like decisions. um Next we have the Tower at the sacral. We have the Sun at solar plexus. What's going on at the heart? We got the Knight of Swords. What's going on at the throat? Woo. We have the Two of Swords. Mental, there's a decision that needs to be made on a mental standpoint. And a Knight of Wands. Okay. Could be about a Knight of Wands. Third eye, what's going on there? We have Queen of Wands. Last with the Crown, we have the Hierophant. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Seven of Wands. So, she has to stand her ground. That's what's hidden. Divine connection. The divine connection is what's helping her stand her ground. Okay. She's getting help from the divine source. Providing some protection over her. She's divinely protected. There's no doubt about that, okay? All right. So, with the root, we have the Seven of Cups. So, we have an emotional card at the root chakra. Okay, when it comes to her survival, her safety, her security. Oh, before I even go a little bit deeper, I don't see any root chakra cards. There is one sacral chakra card associated with a throat chakra card. So the throat is in alignment to a certain degree, but not all the way. The third eye realm is in alignment as well, so that's good. I do not see any heart chakra cards. It has been really hard to see any heart chakra cards come out in these celebrity readings. That should tell you something right there. So there's no root chakra cards. There's no heart cards. There's one solar plexus. There's one sacral. There are two throat. There's plenty of third eye, and then of course there's one crown. All right, so with the Seven of Cups, it is the card of overwhelm, emotional overwhelm. So within her safety and her security, she is emotionally overwhelmed. There are decisions that have to be made. There could be some confusion. There could be some disorganization. Maybe some daydreaming and laziness. So let me pull that card out. Boom. Right here. She is being a bump on the log when it comes to her root chakra. Because, again, there are two decision-making cards within her spread. The Seven of Cups on an emotional standpoint, and the Two of Swords in a mental standpoint. That's why she needs to get her what? Mental health under control. Okay. And that's pretty much self-explanatory when it comes to her root being at a dis-ease because of the being emotionally overwhelmed, to where she just want to be like, I'm just gonna be cooling it. We ain't going steady. All right. With the sacral chakra region, we have the Tower card. So there is sudden upheaval. This is a faded card and is in the mastery portion, if I'm not mistaken, within this particular deck. Let me check. Let's see. It may be in the living portion. No, it's in the mastery portion. Okay. So there is some sudden upheaval going on with her sense of creativity, her intimate relationships, whether it's with her parents or with her ex significant other, as well as what I just seen that card. Where is it? Child neglect. Child neglect does stimulate within the sacral chakra region, due to that's where it holds the intimate relationships between parent and child. Parents and child. When that region has been violated or been abandoned or neglected, then that causes people to not be in their creative mode, or be standoffish, be very cold-hearted. All right, to say the least, because they have not experienced the love that a child should have while being raised, okay, in a healthy, loving manner. All right, so with the Tower card, that's basically talking about destruction, problems, rethinking, profound transformation, shifted reality, emerging truths, and a warning. So it could be any of those. It could be a warning from Miss Wendy Williams, like, hey girl, wake up, get up, so we can get into some things. Wake up. You know how powerful you are. You just got to get back into it. Of course, you had a couple setbacks along your way back in the past, but it is time to get back up again. All right, so with the Tower card, that's just dealing with changes, okay? She has possibly been ignoring her instincts to a certain degree, but now it's time to get back on the road. So when manifesting and magnetizing, it is vital to remember the motto, do not harm. This includes her and towards herself. Things can be repaired. It is not too late, but changes must be made. So again, it's just saying that it's not too late for her to address what has happened, either with her and her inner child, or with her relationship with her parents, or it's not too late to repair what has been broken between her and her son, and the list goes forward, okay? To move forward with the solar plexus region, we have the Sun card. Now, it could be in alignment to a certain degree, because the Sun represents positivity and announcement, bring things coming into light, and it holds that Leo energy. So for the Sun card, it is the mastery in the mastery section as well. So she has been able to master the confidence, the worthiness with that lies within her, but she has to get back in there. She has to intuitively want it at this point, because with the Sun card, it is dealing with a sense of belonging. It's dealing with child. It's dealing with vacation, joy, optimism, accomplishment, and acceptance. So it is an awakening for her. Could be here to celebrate. She does need to take a moment to thank her ancestors, those whose energy went into her survival, and she can only attract and sustain what she have appreciated from her heritage. So yeah, again, she has the ability to, this is just again, it's clarifying this: you matter, Wendy, and you know it, but you just got to get back into that groove. You have to, of course, there are some outdated ways that she's probably still in, still frozen in that time, and she needs to get out of it so she can be able to upgrade herself, okay? Next, we have the Knight of Swords in the heart area. So with the Knight of Swords card, and it's a throat chakra card. So with the Knight of Swords and regular tarot, it is talking about a person that is opinionated, someone who is hasty, someone who is action oriented, and someone who is communicative. So with this particular card in this deck is a card of rapid results. So it's an indication of when she attempts to understand her present situation. Look back 90 days. Wherever she was then is where this knight begins his journey. So she has to take a moment to reflect back, possibly 90 days within her to be able to gain an understanding of her present situation. So she can, because that's where the journey had began, if you catch my drift. But this is a person of intelligence, assertiveness, has some wit, very blunt, quick thinking. So when it came to her heart, right, she was very assertive. Like, she knew what she wanted at the time that she wanted. And and she's very swift with it, okay, to say the least. Like, whatever she was probably thinking when it comes to her heart, she was able to go after it with no issue, okay. She was able to make things happen. That's why she has the Queen Nefertiti, the alchemy card at the bottom of the deck. She knew that she can get the job done. Let me see what else. Any other cards that are clarifying this? No. Okay. Furthermore, into the throat chakra region, we have the Knight of Wands and the Two of Swords. So it's in alignment with the Knight of Wands because that's the card of daring change, which is basically being daring, having speediness, impulsiveness. She's very extroverted and entrepreneur, and rightfully so. She paved the way for not only herself but a lot of individuals that are basically picking up the pieces where basically she left off, or the rug just been pulled away from her to a certain degree from her doing what she used to love. At the same time, with the Two of Swords behind that card and as a sacral chakra card, she feels like she has to vocalize. She has to express her on what decision that she has to make. So with the Two of Swords, it is the card of seduction, restriction. So it is indicating resistance and can overshadow what we are actually for. What are you willing to stand for emotionally? So what is she willing to stand for emotionally? Because it can signal her being in denial, being closed off, or just protecting herself, self-protection. Being in fear, withholding. So, okay, that's interesting. So, to say the least, even though she is an extroverted individual, don't mind being daring about it, there are some times where she self-protects herself. I'm going to say self-protects herself. I would say denial as well, but definitely she self-protects herself, and she will vocalize it to the highest bidder, okay? She'll let you know. She'll let you know how you feel. There you go. With the third of eye. Oh, with the third eye chakra region, it is in alignment with the Queen of Wands. So she knows that she is that girl, okay? She knows she is that girl, all right? She exudes warmth. She exudes vibrancy. She is a woman of I would say determination, but she's a woman of ambition. There we go. That's a proper way to say that. Another way to say that. But it is the card of sustainable vision. She may have noticed some sadness appearing here for no visible reason. And it can indicate a time when she will soon find peace through what she is creating. So whatever she's creating in due time, she will find some sense of peace through it. Otherwise, this is another indication of a self-worth, being worthy type of card here. But she does need to use her discernment on who is for her and who is not for her, to say the least. Okay. Furthermore, with the crown chakra region, we have the Hierophant. So that is a learning card. The Hierophant is basically number one. The number 5 holds change. So that's another thing to highlight. She got a lot of 5s within her reading. Keywords is basically, this is a intuition, clairvoyance, spiritual guidance, ritual, hierarchy, knowledge, and counselor. So this is an indication of the power of meeting a true spiritual mentor, creates synchronicity and opens the path to walk along with them and learn until you no longer need to. When it's time to become your own intuitive guide, you'll know. So this is basically indicating that the divine, there is possibly that she is in need of a spiritual counselor, just so she can stay on the float. Or she could be seeking guidance from the source itself as her spiritual mentor. Okay. If she hasn't done so already, because she's already spiritually protected. No doubt about that. But intuitively, she knows, or there is a knowing, there is a presence of knowing that she needs some sort of guidance. But as long as the people around her are sucking her energy dry, or whatever the case may be, as long as she's being haunted, or she feel like she's being haunted, and stuff like that, it's gonna take her a minute to get to that standpoint on that matter. But yeah, she needs to learn, and there's a need to seek counsel from the higher power, so she can be able to seek, so she can be able to be the counsel that people would come to her with, to a certain degree. But y'all get my drift, okay? So it could be a male figure that could be her spiritual counselor. It could be, you know. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up just a little bit more. So, what lesson is Wendy Williams learning at this time? I don't know why I'm shuffling this, because I already shuffled it once before. What lesson is Wendy learning? We got empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. And gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it represents. How can she improve her situation? How can she improve her situation? Financial discipline in the love spectrum with herself, so she can be self-sufficient. And then we have happy ending at the bottom, so she can, she needs to improve on working on a budget or a financial discipline, so she can be able to have her happy ending. And look what the colors are again: yellow with the solar plexus and purple for the, that look like indigo for the third eye chakra. Okay. Anything else? Life coaching, closing message for Miss Wendy Williams. Mirror. Everything that is happening in your life or in your external life is a reflection of your inner world. And she has to make peace with it, because 5 plus 6 equals 11, and 11 holds the peacemaker / master number. And nourishment. She needs to take time for self-care. Well, since it mentioned self-care, let me bring out that self-care deck and see what she can do. What other things she can do. And then I'll end it. Alright. What self-care does could Wendy do? What self-care could Wendy do for herself? Well, look at that. Yo. The crown chakra. The crown chakra is out of balance, okay? And find a mentor. Find a mentor in your field who can help you reach your goals faster. Ain't that something? Boom. The crown chakra is blocked, which it was blocked in her spread. Hierophant represents the spiritual counselor, okay? She got to find a mentor, and I did mention that. Case in point. Bottom of the deck, we have use discernment along the way. Know who is lying, who is telling the truth. See things for what they are, not for what you want them to be. Do not be in the what? 7 of Cups energy. Do not be in the 7 of Cups energy, because that is going to stop you from doing to what? That's going to stop you from what? Knowing your worth. Boom. And on that note, that concludes this reading. Feel free to leave your comments down below in the comment section below what you think about this updated analysis of Miss Wendy Williams. Okay. And also feel free to comment down below of any celebrities that you'd like for me to read and do a analysis on, a chakra analysis on. I'll gladly appreciate it. There was one viewer already comment down below of me doing a Jay-Z reading, and I've done that, and that should be up by the time this Wendy Williams reading is up. And also check out the Soul Holistic podcast. Right now it's just on Spotify, but slowly but surely, y'all, it'll be available on other platforms. And also anything, oh yeah, feel free to book a reading with me if you'd like to book a reading with me. Of course, you can scan the QR code at the end of this video in the end screen. Visit www.honeysoulchildbottega.com. I do sound healing, I do readings, I do Reiki, and chart interpretations, using the chakra system. So without further ado, if you feel like you want to step up your game, enhance your spirituality, you need a spiritual counsel, you know what I'm saying, I'm here for that. Just book a session with me just book a session for that as well. And that is all that I have for you guys. Always remember to love thyself, know thyself, soothe thyself, so you can heal thyself. And I'll see you guys in the next one.